Starring in a hit drama can be extremely beneficial for the careers of Korean actors and actresses, either because it's a boost for new faces or a grand comeback for more familiar ones. And yet, some actors and actresses had decided to forgo sensational series in favor of flops, with way less popularity and little to no recognition. They may or may not regret such a decision, but anyways, here's a list. Number 1. Hyun Bin. It's impossible to tell if a series is going to be successful, and the top actor Hyun Bin is no exception to such a rule. The star of The Negotiation, Secret Garden, and Crash Landing on You had said it himself in an interview with Esquire Korea. With films, I can only know after they premiere, and with dramas, I can only get a sense after about half of the episodes have aired. And he hit the nail on the head, because a decision in 2015 had proven that Hyun Bin indeed can't tell. Have you heard of Kill Me Heal Me? If not, give it a try, because this is a series that wrecked a storm in South Korea, with a seriously moving plot, good humor, and, a non-traditional yet award-winning couple. Featuring both the serious and comedic side of having many identities residing in the same body, the drama was a grand hit in the career of famous actors Ji-sung and Park Seo-joon. Before Ji-sung managed to nail his role though, Hyun Bin was actually the first choice to play the multiple personality male lead. But after much consideration, the actor had opted for Hi Jekyll Me, a series which aired around the same time. Compared to Kill Me Heal Me, where the main character had 6 identities kicking a fuss in the same body, Hi Jekyll Me only featured 2 contrasting personalities in one man, and thus lost out not only in quantity, but also in popularity. In fact, Hi Jekyll Me was a total flop, completely crushed by its same themed competitor. While Kill Me Heal Me spotted ratings as high as 15%, Hi Jekyll Me flunked as low as 3.4%, which honestly is a black spot in Hyun Bin's stellar career. Number 2. Son Yejin. Ironically, Hyun Bin's love interest in both Crash Landing on You and real life seemed to share the same fate. With her breathtaking beauty and vibrant confidence, Son Yejin was once titled the nation's first love and listed as a top movie star. However, her chances with TV series, Son's Crash Landing on You, were not so favorable. She had missed out on hits like Missing You and My Spring Days, but her most regrettable rejection had to be the long-running series Iris. Combining intense action with crunch romance, Iris has garnered great attention, reaching a viewership rating as high as 39.9%. The series also won multiple awards and nominations, and was so popular that it was later remade into a feature film, and spun a spin-off as well as a second season. And the role of the female lead in such a series was offered to none other than our talented Son Yejin. Sadly, she turned down the offer to focus on White Knight, a movie adaptation that tackles a more gloomy and mysterious theme. Now, White Knight is not a bad feature by any means, it just was successful to the degree it was expected. And while Son Yejin did get an award out of it, the difference between the popularity of the movie she chose and the series she rejected was just day and night. Though that being said, Yejin's acting in White Knight is just sensational. So give it a try if you have time to spare. Number 3. Lee Jihoon. Lee Jihoon is an incredibly versatile actor. Starring as a rookie on indie films, Jihoon has since made considerable impact on the silver screen, with films like The Frontline and Bleak Night, and had recently successfully made his name on the small screen with the popular Taxi Driver and Move to Heaven.
오늘부터 내가 이 집 주인이거든.
And he has shown just how many cards are up in his sleeves, showing unique colors in every role he takes, transforming from the clumsy, lovable college student in Architecture 101 to the rawer and scuffier ex-convict in Move to Heaven. He once shared that he prefers heavyweight roles, instead of more ordinary ones, because he is constantly reinventing himself. As an actor, I always spend time studying and thinking of ways in which I can develop a new character when choosing a project. And through those worthwhile efforts, I was able to deliver meaningful stories through the 2 works, Taxi Driver and Move to Heaven. And it is because of this view that the actor eventually rejected the workplace drama Mi Sang to star in the lesser-known historical Secret Door. However, despite Jihoon's admirable hunger for diversity and uniqueness, his efforts did not bear fruitful results. Secret Door's heavy theme and convoluted plot did not manage to attract the audience, landing an average rating of around 6%. Meanwhile, Mi Sang turns out to be way more than an ordinary work drama. It features realistic hardships that everyone can easily relate to, and thus gained support so huge that its viewership rating surpassed 10%, despite airing on a paid channel. Sometimes, the ordinary can have their own little magic, and Jihoon was on the receiving side of this lesson. Number 4. Shin Sunrock. Shin Sunrock is often regarded as an underrated actor for his contrasting image in real life and on screen. In reality, he is a charming, friendly, and hard-working actor. Yet, when the camera rolls, he immediately turns into a spiteful villain with a stone-cold face, eyes filled with malicious intent, and fear-inducing laughter. And his villainous portrayal and sexy looks have led to the actor's resounding success in My Love from the Star, Return, Voice, and more recently, The Last Empress. Therefore, he is undeniably a perfect candidate for the despicable and notorious Jo Dante in the cutthroat drama Penthouse. And the producers agree, extending an offer for Shin Sunrock to star in the series as their very first choice. Unfortunately, Sunrock at the time had wanted to break free from his multiple villain streak, and had decided to reinvent himself as the heroic male lead in Kairos instead. Here, the actor plays a grief-stricken businessman who lost his daughter and wife to a mysterious kidnapping. And it was totally worth a watch, though not as successful as it deserved. Aired in the same time slot as Penthouse, Kairos honestly had no chance. The series eventually gained a rating as low as 2%, while that for Penthouse was tenfold, reaching as high as 22% and spinning 2 additional seasons. Nevertheless, this failure did not seem to faze Sunrock. Rather, the actor openly acknowledged that he was disappointed by the low ratings, but did not let it get to his head. Sunrock also said that he cherished the meager praises he still received, and reassured that he was on brilliant terms with the Penthouse team. If anything, he seemed to be glad to take a break from constant villain roles. Number 5. Jung Daebin. Last in this list is an actress who also turned down the widely popular Penthouse. Born in 2000, Jung Daebin is a young actress who had hit the screen relatively early. At 5 years old, she had made her acting debut in Wonderful Life, and since then had appeared in hits like MBC's She Was Pretty and Netflix's Extracurricular. Talented, brilliant, incredible, amazing, showstopper, and spectacular. These are all the adjectives to describe this emerging actress and her acting career. Young in age, yet this commercial star has been on the hustle on various dramas and film sets. With each role, she has progressed to become a better actress and a prominent star in the drama land. However, luck has not always been by her side. She had rejected Penthouse to play in the high school drama Live On. With a typical plot and the familiar bickering to loving romance, this series was a decent romance drama with added twists, but it was not good enough to break through, spotting an average rating as low as 1%. Compared to the phenomenal Penthouse, it seems that Daebin had missed out on a major boost to her career, but perhaps Live On is more her taste and age compared to the drama-filled Penthouse. So that's 5 actors who missed out on famous K-dramas and chose kind of flop ones. Do you think they should have chosen better? Or are things perfect as they are? Let us know your opinion in the comment section. And if you want more videos like this, like, share, and subscribe to bbalidrama. We'll come back soon. See ya!